In this video, I want to focus in on the widgets of my particular website. Now, in the last video, I changed the theme dramatically to my site. I still have these widgets. Now, this is going to be like the sidebar area. This is where my main posts appear. And I've got a sidebar, and it depends on the theme that you have on your website, whether the sidebar may appear on the right-hand side, the left-hand side. You may even have two sidebars instead of one. All of that just depends on the theme that you're working with. But a lot of this information that you see here was just by default. These were default widgets that are set up, and you can see I've got a calendar, I've got a couple other things, meta information, categories that are showing up, any archives from older posts, and even some recent posts that I've posted on my website. Now that stuff has been showing up by default. I also have an area down here, it's typically called the footer section on my website, and I want to show you how to manipulate these widgets. If I go back to my dashboard and come to appearance, I can click on widgets. What I'll be presented with is a list of all of the available widgets for me to work with. Now, I cannot install extra widgets right now using my WordPress.com website, but if you have your own hosted WordPress site, you'll have the ability of adding new widgets, and you can search through the web or even WordPress.org's website and add multiple themes and widgets. And so that's the nice beauty of having your own hosted WordPress theme. But using this free one, we can take a look to see how everything's kind of laid out. Mine says sidebar 1 at the moment. That's just going to depend on the theme that you have, but the sidebar is what I saw on the right hand side of my web page. And so you can see they've got recent posts, archives, categories, meta, and calendar. If I want to remove something from here, I can. For instance, like archives. If I want to drag it off and let go of it, I've now automatically updated my site so that it no longer says archives. In fact, if I come over here and refresh my site now, you'll see that archives is no longer there. I want recent posts categories. And I could have come back here and rearranged these in any order that I want. Now the calendar is going to show me like the days that posts were put on there, and I can click on a certain day and see when that activity has been going on. Meta information is going to show me my login information, how to log into my site and information like that. Categories are kind of self-explanatory. It lists the categories that my articles have been posted in. And recent posts are going to show me the latest recent posts. For whatever reason, if I wanted to show that on the sidebar, I can. Now there are a lot of other things that we can, if we go through here, you can see that you can add to your particular site a custom menu. This will allow me to add or use a menu that I have created from the appearance menus that if I wanted to create additional menus. And so you can do that. You can see there's a lot of social media options as well for us to work with. I can also add an image if I wanted to my sidebar. But one of them that I really want to point out more than anything is going to be this one called the text, and it's arbitrary text or HTML. A lot of times if you guys are working with ad companies and they have text for you to paste into, they'll usually give you a snippet of code that they want pasted into your website. You can do that in your sidebar by using this text option. And so I'm going to go ahead and just drag that up here. Let's see if I can move that over. I may have to, yeah. Since my resolution isn't the best, I'm going to have to drag it over here, see if I can get it up to the top, and let go. Okay, I've got it dropped off there on my sidebar, and you can see that it opens up and allows me to paste in any text that I want. I have the option for a title if I wanted to call it something. Maybe I did want to paste in some advertising information. I could do ads or anything like that. And then in this area here, I can type in any HTML code or just even plain text that I want to appear and save that on my sidebar. So let's just put in there, hello from me. And I can go ahead and do any kind of HTML formatting that I want. In fact, let's just go ahead and I'll bold the word from, and I'll use the older tag, oops, B for bold tag, which is the older way method of bolding it, and I hit save. And let's just go ahead and view my page, and I just want to show you that you'll see that option in there now. There it is, ads, hello from me. So you can add anything that you want in there. You can paste any HTML code that you want to try to put in there, any ad information. So that's just a really helpful one. You can even make your own personal lists if you want to write your own code in there as well. So that's one that I want to point out because that is a very helpful one when it comes to your own ads, or even if you want to have your own custom information on the sidebars. So you can go see that there are a lot of different options for us here to work with. And I wanted to point that out because sidebars are wonderful for adding that extra content in there. If you wanted to remove it, you can just drag it off. If you want to add things to it, drag them in there. Creating your own custom sidebar widgets, use the text, and that'll allow you to type in your own code. So this is the video on widgets within WordPress.